Saturn moving into Aries for Scorpio Rising. Okay, let's get into it, babe. So for you, Saturn in Aries is moving into your 6th house. So we have to unpack Saturn, Neptune, because it's been hanging out in Aries for a while and it's going to be there for the next 13 years. The 6th house, what it represents, and also Aries. So let's unpack it piece by piece and then I'll bring it together for you. So the 6th house has to do with your daily routines, your work, how you take care of yourself, like the daily things that you do to maintain yourself. Not only that, it also has to do with your health and your gut. So the themes that you're going to find with this transit are going to be around this area. Now, Aries is a sign that's all about leadership and pioneering and being bold and stepping up. So you're already naturally somebody who's like on top of your stuff, especially when it comes to work, being a leader, taking initiative. Also with your routines, you probably have something that you do, whether it's active or not, that keeps you sane, whether that's like running, going to the gym, writing, whatever. You're just somebody that's constantly on the move, right? However, when you're go, sometimes you don't know how to slow down. So then comes Daddy Saturn. Saturn is the planet of restrictions, limitations, lessons, structure, planning. Saturn is going to basically make you slow down. So what this could look like in this area of your life is burnout, whether that is through work or through doing the most with your routine. It could be your routine no longer works and you're constantly hitting a wall and being like, what the heck is going on? There's also Neptune, which is the planet of illusions. So you might think something is working and it might not be. You might think your health is fine and it might not be. So basically this is giving the energy of like your daily habits are either building the life of your dreams or they're not. Like they could actually be destroying it. Not only that, but when it comes to your health, your body is about to get so loud, it's going to make it clear and known what's working and what it's not, especially if you've been ignoring a truth. So to give you some context, I just turned 30, well, a year ago, I turned 35, and my body started speaking. And what that looked like was like having stomach pain. And then fast forward a couple of months, I had gallbladder surgery. Not fun, but my body was like, hey, you gotta slow down, make sure. So it wasn't just my gallbladder. I also had a tooth. I also hit my ankle and like twisted it last summer. So it was like a collection of things of my body saying, hey, slow down. Those are 6th house themes, especially when Saturn is involved. It usually is something that forces you to confront what you've been avoiding, right? So maybe you don't have a routine and you need one. Maybe you're doing the most and you need to slow down. Maybe it has to do with your body and trying to push it and like this is working and it's working and it's working until it isn't. So your daily routine is going to become the main character. Saturn is going to be in this house or in this sign for you for the next 2.5 years, especially if you're in your Saturn return, babe. This is not negotiable. You're going to have to take ownership and be a leader when it comes to taking care of yourself. Saturn is going to force discipline when it comes to your health, when it comes to your job, when it comes to your day-to-day. So this is going to be the perfect time. You know how people set like New Year resolutions? You have like a 2.5 year resolution, babe. Like if you really want to accomplish something, Daddy Saturn is going to help you. Neptune to me is a planet that dissolves. It's also a planet of like illusions and dreaming bigger, right? Saturn is a planet that builds. So imagine that Neptune is going to reveal what's not working, is going to make the rose-colored glasses fall off and look at things for what they are. And then you're going to have Saturn being like, how can we do it right? How can we do it better? This looks like building a plan, sticking to a plan, building consistency, building discipline. It's like you're bringing Capricorn energy and you have the ability to see things through if you choose to use this energy wisely. If you don't, it looks like burnout and frustration until either your body or your routine snap. So I encourage you to lean in and just like make your routine the main character. Things Whoop, I think I just froze. That was interesting. Things like having a schedule are going to be important. Things like setting boundaries are going to be important. Things like learning how to say no and not overcommitting to all the things are going to be important. Anything that drains your energy, that doesn't give you life, that keeps you busy, it's almost like if you're busy, you don't get to be happy, and all of this is going to come up so that you can prioritize happy instead of busy. So no more pushing through, no more doing the most, no more I'm okay. You're going to pace yourself. You're going to slow down. You're going to notice your body. I encourage people who are going through this to really hone in on like something that slows you down. Meditation, breath work, exercise, walking, maybe is water, maybe is being outside. Create a routine that sustains your body but also your soul. Mind you, you're a Scorpio rising, you already have this intensity and this depth. This will be the season where you ground it, because you can't just do all the woo and the spiritual and the things. You have to ground it in the physical. And for you, this is about your physical vessel, and it's also about your day-to-day that maintains you to be able to get through everything you want to accomplish. I would say your body exposes what your mind avoids. And I lived that this year, where it's like, I could have said, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, till the cows came home. But realistically, when my body said we had enough, when you don't have your health, you don't have anything. Take it from me. And this isn't to scare you or fear monger of like, oh my God, you're gonna get sick. You might not. It might just look like having to slow down, or like your job and finding a new way of doing things. Like, it's just anything around routine, work, health. But you're gonna find that it gets louder, and we just don't get to ignore it anymore. Especially as chaotic as the world is, you being a water rising sign, you need this grounding, you need this earthing, and having Saturn there is really gonna help. Like, this transit demands for you to simplify. It's like nervous system regulation is no longer negotiable. Getting into your body is no longer negotiable. If you don't know where to start, hi, I'm a coach. I can send you some tips. I can send you some meditations. I can create something on YouTube to help you out. But don't say you didn't know. This is where astrology is coming in and being like, hey, the next 2.5 years, we have to prioritize this. And honestly, it's helping you to make it a priority, because Saturn is really good at holding you accountable and keeping you consistent. Even if at first it feels uncomfortable, whatever you build in this season with Saturn is going to be sustainable and is going to help you tap into the best version of yourself. And we're talking like mind, body, and soul. So let your intuition, Neptune, like guide where you're heading. But let Saturn make it practical and attainable and bite-sized so that it can actually get done. Lastly, when you make it through this transit, my love, you're going to become unbreakable. Consistency literally develops your character. You're going to find that in 2.5 years, you are in the best shape of your life, feeling your best, taking, honestly, not your health for granted, being proud of what you do for work and your day-to-day. But it is a bit of a tough transit. It's just going to mold you into the person you need to be for your next level. Now, if you love astrology as much as I do, and you've wanted to be learned, like, what is it? How do you find this information? I'm going to be teaching beginner classes, both online and in person. So if you're interested, let me know in the comments so I can send you the link. It's going to be low ticket, but we're basically going to be jumping on Zoom 2 hours, and I'm going to do maybe 5 or 6 classes so that we can go through it all. The signs, the houses, the transits, what does it mean? How do you know how this planet is going to affect you? Because what I'm doing, you could do for yourself, and I'm happy to teach you how. If you're not interested, I hope this served you. I hope this gave you some perspective. Let me know actually if you've been seeing these themes in your life. Just because Saturn and Neptune have started interacting since like May of last year, they kind of took a break and now they're back for good. And this week they're going to be exact. You are going to be feeling this energy for the next 2.5 years, and then Saturn is going to move on. Neptune is going to stay. But I just want to prepare you, because it's a lot easier when you know what's ahead, to lean in and embrace it instead of fighting against it. Love y'all.